Second scrum so far for the game. Hope we're not having another scrum session as the game before. If you're just joining us again, Kuru's booked their place in the final with a 42-37 win over Grootfontein, as they are the first team to get their golden ticket.
Yeah, Henry, you briefly mentioned Fedi Mazila in the United team, and I think it's been a question widely asked around the rugby fraternity here in Namibia as to why he hasn't made national colors yet.
Yeah, no, I understand that he did get a call-up of recent. Whether he will make the most of it, we are yet to find out. Ref calling for a reset of the scrum there, with ball in hand for United. Enric Hasselman. Interesting choice of position, as we know him as a fullback / wing. Scrum set well there, steady. Hans Hasselman picks up from the deck. Jaden Yal with ball in hand, great ball carrier, met well there by the number 12 of Wanderers. Fierus. Kamakaya with ball in hand, great carry there, but met well. Great securing of the ball so far from United. Zander Broncos, again, met well by Hans Goshi. Christo Grisse. Dandri looked as though he did not expect that ball there. Very, very shook when that ball met his hand, but did very well to try and keep the ball in hand. United with the first penalty of the game and do decide to go to post. Definitely making sure that they get the points on the board as early as possible. In your picture there, United's captain, Jaden Yal. I think there's something that he picked up and just making the ref known very early in the game.
Henry, to the young spectators watching this game on TV, I don't know if they're aware of this, but until just last year you played for Trustco United, so it must be very irking for you at this moment in time, not being on the field and assuming a new role in commentary.
Yeah, no, definitely, Donovan. It's a different feeling being up here. However, time must pass and we must give reins to the next generation for them to actually shine on the field. It's not necessary to say that I miss playing the United game. I just miss playing the game in general of rugby. Deep kick there, collected well by Ricardo Swart, rectifying, able to see the space. However, that's a direct kick. Just hope this doesn't break his game down. Second error there by Ricardo Swart. Uncommon for a player of his caliber, definitely. Wanderers with ball in hand, ready to feel the line out. Edward Trotsky seems like a walk-in line out with Ruan Ludwig, definitely the target man for Wanderers. Great line out there by Wanderers, met well. Danko Berger, Freires, Nandivatu Karwombe. Slightly looked like a forward pass, however, Jaden Meyer continues. Oh, lost backwards. Jack thrown there. The ref says that is on the line and is going to bring it back. Ref brings the game back. The man there in your screen, Jurgen Meyer, call him Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, a very rapid winger in Jurgen Meyer, having also represented Namibia under 19s at the Africa Cup in Zimbabwe earlier this year, securing qualification for the under 20 World Cup in Chile.
Seems like the man there in your screen, Nandivatu Karwombe, will not be missed with pace like Jurgen Meyer if he does decide to hang up the boot. Danko Berger there, taking on the kicking duties today for Wanderers in the number 10 jersey. It was surprising to see the fact that Denzo Bruveri is not around today. Danko Berger, known to be there, number 12. First kick at goal, Danko Berger. Unfortunately, it's a 1-1 miss for both Danko and Henrik Hasselmann. As we wait for a 22 dropout from United, Danko Berger, also the captain of the Namibia national team there. Ricardo with ball in hand for us to resume play. Kicks it long down the field. Danko Berger to collect. Plays it to Adrian Boyce in the block. Matwell there in the middle of the park. Again, plays the slip ball out. Johnny Namueno. Van der Mueno. Johnny Van der Mueno plays it the long ball to Jurgen Meyer. Look at speed there. Too many slip tackles, it seems, for United so far. Tackles just not sitting. Definitely speeding up the game here. Wanderers upping the tempo. Ferry Mazila not happy about something there.
Yeah, great defense there by Ferry Mazila. I think it was pretty scrapey from United on defense, but they managed to get the touch finder there as far as Wanderers are concerned. So I think Ferry Mazila was just unhappy about the defense and especially having to go all the way.
DJ Hoster is in the vice captain of Trotsky United, finding touch in the 22. Great touch finder there under pressure. Former Wanderers player as well. With ball in hand, Edward Drotsky for Wanderers. Great take there by Ruan Ludik. The rolling maul of Wanderers has also been working well. However, United trying to defend it well. As it keeps rolling, It's like a big ball of snow right now. United looking like they can't stop the Wanderers rolling ball as they look to play quick. Out the back door, Danko Berger, who finds Johnny van der Mueno. Met well by Christo Grissade. Jack Theron tries to make it a quick ball. Henrik Hasselmann. Danko Berger. What a try by the captain of Wanderers. Danko Berger with the first try of the game, putting the first points on the game as well. Interesting changes, one must say, for the team of Wanderers. Danko Berger replaces Denzo Bruver. Fierus, who slot in so well in Danko's position, and then Nandivatu Karuombe on outside center. I must say these are interesting times for Wanderers.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Henry. I think it's very interesting, but I think one should commend the depth in the Wanderers team. And speaking of depth and the Wanderers,
Danko Berger there, unfortunately, hitting the upright with that one. The score 5-0 as we look at the highlight of that great jockey, the Jack Russell, offloading it to his captain, Danko Berger. As we look at it again, once more again, 9-10 combination, as they would call it. Donovan, I interrupted you there. You wanted to make something, sorry.
Yeah, I was just mentioning how they've... Yeah, I was just, sorry, Henry, I was just mentioning how the Wanderers team has a tremendous amount of depth, and even with a player in Denzo Brewer being out of this one, they don't seem to miss him at all. And speaking of depth, I think a lot of these Wanderers players are going to transition exactly into the national team in the likes of Danko Berger, maybe Johnny Mueno might get a call-up, and then we have the scrum half in Jackie Tron, and then Jurgen Meyer has has represented Namibia, even though he doesn't have a full cap yet. He has represented Namibia at the senior level as well. So guys like a guy like Gershwin Maton coming back, where do you think they slot?
Yeah, no, definitely, Donovan. The depth seems to be very good. Taking into consideration we have great players abroad. This is a bold call from United as they decide to go to post halfway a 50-meter kick. It's going to be there for Enrique Hasselmann. We spoke about national team selection, Donovan, and we must mention that we have the likes of Kejun Maton in the position of wing. I don't think we have a shortage of those in the country. What is interesting to see is who will replace the props that we have already lost. I think our biggest concern is the prop. Henrik Hasselmann there with the 50-meter, which he slightly missed once more again to the left. Johnny van der Moenyo there with a dummy. Much better start to this Windhoek derby, the oldest derby in the history of Namibian League. Jandre Caro putting it high into the Windhoek skies, collected. Oh, missed there by the captain, J.D. Nyal. Christo Gisse meeting Owen very well there. The ref is to bring it back for ball lost forward there for Wanderers. Just when you think the ball is about to flow, there's a bit of a stop and go. Enrique Hasselmann there with ball in hand, ready to feed the scrum.
Speaking of notable absentees, Henry, I noticed that United are missing their trusted number 10 in Dobie, Enrique van Sale.
Yeah, definitely he picked up an injury a few games back. J.D. Nyal there with a great carry. Beats one, beats two. Met there by Hans Goshi. Great retention of the ball. Kamakayao standing over it. Curse of the commentator there, who just knocks it on at a very critical and vital time of the game. We're yet to see Kama at his very best today. Hopefully he'll brush that one off very quickly. So far it's starting to look like the Kudus Grootfontein game with the number of scrums we've seen so far. And if you're just joining us, we are at Hage Kaingop for the second semi-finals of the Premier League. Kudus booking their spot in the final already as they wait between the Gemsbok and the White Stallion. Early engagement there by Hans Goshi. The quick tap there made by Enrique Hasselmann in the middle of the field. Great run there by United's number 13, Kieran January. Johan Brockman with another great carry there, Ricardo. Whoa, that's a thumping tackle by Edward Drotsky on Zander Brokhos. DJ Hosthuizen carries well in the middle of the park. United going back in the opposite direction, loses the ball. Ricardo Swart looking like a mere shadow of himself today. Adrian Boysen with a great retention and carry of the ball there. Danko Berger finds Fierus, who is a bit off it. Jerger Meyer, the danger man. Medwed beats one, plays it to Nandi Vatukarwombe, who's met well there. Again, Wanderers just upping the tempo. Johan Ludwig. Penalty advantage there for offside. Once more again for United. Not falling back quick enough. That is the second penalty of a similar nature. Danko Berger, they're finding great touch. So far, Donovan, the one line out that Wanderers had with their rolling ball worked out well for them. Um, what can we expect of this next one?
I think they're in a perfect position to go for another rolling ball. It will be interesting if they do not go for that option.
Edward Trotsky there with ball in hand, ready to feed. Plays it a very deep one, collected. Adrian Boysen with ball in hand. As he runs, it looks like he looks like Moses parting the Red Sea there. Great defense there by United once more again, as they earn themselves a penalty within their 5-meter line. Definitely red zone. Ricardo Swartz with ball in hand to kick for touch. Unfortunately doesn't find touch and kicks it right in the hands of the captain. Jerger Meyer with ball in hand has seen so much of the ball so far. Ball seems to be lost forward there. Oh! Dummy sold, dummy bought. And Rick Hasselman there opting for the ball and not Adrian Boysen. Looking in the difference in size, I would have gone for probably for the ball too.
Yeah, no, it was a good try there by Adrian Boysen, a seasoned campaigner, having played some international rugby, playing in the Major League Rugby in the United States with the Houston Sabercats. And now he's back on local grounds playing for his beloved Wanderers. And brilliant try there by Adrian Boysen, who will be hoping to join the Namibian team later on in World Cup qualifiers.
As you just seen there, Adrian Boysen making the score 10-0. Danko Berger with a conversion to add an additional 2 points. So far missed his first 2 kicks at goal. And makes certain with this one as he takes the tally for Wanderers 12, United 0 with 19 minutes played. As we have a look again, dummy sold, dummy bought. Adrian Boysen goes over for what you would call an easy try there for Wanderers. Again, United defense causing them the game so far. First time tacklings not really sticking. Deep kick off there by Ricardo Swart. Jacques Thirion, what a thunderous of a kick out of his 22, sorry. United with the ball in hand to feed the line out. In your screen there, Dandre Schloder. Diart Linfield, great take there out of DJ Horsterson. Carries well, but met in the tackle. Zander with another carry once more again. For United, it seems like it's a forward battle more than anything else. Not rolling away there by Adrian Boysen, who awards United another penalty. We yet to see what United can bring to the table, don't you think, Donovan?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just thinking about that actually. It looks like United are barely holding on to this one and just hoping it doesn't explode. In contrast to Wanderers, who's just easily playing through their paces and trying to find a cap on this one before it gets out of hand.
Trusco United there with a feed to the line out. Diart Lenfeld, the main jumper, clearly, as they prepare for rolling more. More still moving. Chandra shoulder breaks from the more. Henrik Hasselman with ball in hand. Skips one, skips. Oh, speed. Great recovery there by Christa. Oh, there we go. Jandre Estreisen plays it back to DJ also. Henrik Hasselman steps inside. Another offload there by great offload rugby by United. Tackle short. Jaden Yell seems like he's found the try line. Score United by their captain, Jaden Yell. Great running rugby there by Truska United. Just when we thought they're sleeping, they come right back into it. Donovan.
Yeah, Henry, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Hey, United needed to be the next scorers, or else the Wanderers was going to run away with it. A brilliant passage of play there by the United boys. Great hands, and it looked like 90% or 70, at least 70% of the team touched that ball to score a beautiful try there, and to show that Wanderers shares this city with someone else.
Great kick there by Ricardo Swartz after a great team play. Try there by Truska United. As we look at that replay, DJ Oosthuizen, Henrik Hasselman steps inside there. Bena Beita. Great team play, great team try there. Jaden L just being able to expose the space there.
Speaking of Jaden L, Henry, I think whenever United needs a leader, he always comes through.
No, definitely. The captain definitely leading from the front. If you've just joined us right now, the score is 12-7 for Trusco, for FNB Wanderers as we restart this through Danko Berger, who hoists it deep in the United half. Henrik Hasselman returning a favor with a kick there to find touch. Again, if you're just joining us, the score is 12-7 for FNB Wanderers. Another line out there for FNB Wanderers. Hans Goshi consulting with Edward Drotsky. It's a long one, but it's a skew one. United will celebrate those small victories as Wanderers are doing so well with their line out so far. As we prepare for yet another well-matched scrums between these two sides. So far, no team dominating the scrum. Wanderers backline looking like the more favorable backline. We yet to see what United can, of course, provide. Ref to bring it back there. Channel not cleared. It will remain a United ball as it seems. 24 minutes played so far, and the score is 12-7 in favor of FNB Wanderers. Beautiful day for running rugby as Hasselman feeds once more again. DJ Huizen kicks it high into the Windhoek skies. Johnny van der Mueno dummies, but met well, beats one, offloads. Owen Nanivatuka Ruombe leaves it behind. Unfortunately, again, third similar call for an offside. Clearly United not working hard enough to get back into position, Donovan, and it's costing them dearly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One starts to wonder as to whether or not that might be a fitness issue, Henry.
Yeah, no, definitely. They look a bit out of shape. If of course you're being penalized for the same thing over and over again. Hans Goshi again consulting with Drotsky, who's about to feed the line out. Ruan Ludig, great take. The rolling ball is set for Wanderers. Drotsky at the base of the rolling ball. United so far holding on to dear life. Taken out. Seems like a knock on there. Referee have seen it. Ball on United. Hasselman picks up, steps one, plays inside to his captain Jaden Yao, who is met well there. Hasselman finds DJ Hosten, who finds Thiart Linfield. Great security of the ball there. Jandre Esterhazen met well by Nandivatu Karuombe. Ball retention so far great for United. Kamakaya with the feed. TR Lemfield falls just in front of the tackle. Zander with a great carry, but met well there by Ruan Ludig. Ricardo Swart. Brockies, great tackle there. Looks like side entry there, advantage United. Gerard Steenkamp there, driven back in tackle. JD Nyal again, inspiring as he should be as the captain that he is. JD Horston will kick it. Great kick, however, not finding touch. Jurgen Meyer with ball in hand. We will have to come back as referee have seen and is consulting with Jack Thiron. Jack Tron, my apologies. Ricardo with ball in hand there. Interesting to see what he will do. He is definitely a 50-meter guy. Whether he has his kicking boots, we are yet to find out.
Henry, whenever Wanderers get a penalty within the 50-meter ranges, they are opting for the line out. And in contrast to that, United is going for post. Is that testament of where their captains are mentally in this one?
Yeah, no, definitely Ricardo Schwartz. This looks like he hit it well. Again, missed to the left. I guess it entirely comes down to what the coaches said and what both teams want from this game. Perhaps it could also be the confidence of the kickers that both these sides have.
Yeah.
Great dropout there by Danko Berger. Ricardo Swart with ball in hand, looking for line, up and under. That will come down with some snow with it. Johnny van der Mueno gets it well, plays to Chuck Thiron. Danko Berger with ball in hand. Zander meets him well. Great retention of the ball there by F&B Wanderers. Oh, thumping of a tackle there by DJ. Not rolling away is the call for the penalty there. Danko Berger tries to find touch, but straight into Ricardo Swart's hands. Seems like they're going to run this one. Dummies one, plays the second. Grisse scoring tries for fun this season so far. Metwell goes to the right side where he finds Kamakayao, the solid unit block of pure beef. Ricardo Swart again with ball in hand, plays Zander, who's supported there by Freddy Mazila. TR Linfield, a sneaky thriller there, met by Fierus, who's doing the bare minimum today. Leon Mutonga. Oh, thumping tackle there. I think this guy is brought in just for the tackles. PJ Campbell doing his defensive duties all too well. Steenkamp there with ball in hand, driven backwards once more again. I think it's his high body position where this is happening. Great carry there by Kamakaya with a pick and go. DJ with ball in hand, plays Freddy Mazila, loses it backwards. My bad, loses it forward, according to the ref.
Yeah, Henry, it looked like Wanderers, United, were picking up some momentum with a few passages of play. And unfortunate there, it was Freddy Mazila. And one wouldn't expect that, but it was Freddy Mazila that that lost the ball forward there to give Wanderers possession.
Definitely a coach killer there when you have so much momentum going, yet it is your go-to guy that drops you immediately. Yet another scrum there with Jack Tron with ball in hand to feed the scrum. Feeds it well. Starting to feel like the scrum is just a steady test of strength right now. Nandi Vatukarwombe with ball in hand. Speedy. Side entry there by JD Nyal. According to the ref, did not go into the right channel. Danko was kicked more than he has ran today. Great touch finder. Edward Trotsky there with ball in hand to feed. Great run out there once more again by Wanderers. Adrian Boyson there with ball in hand. Met well there by Freddie Mazila. Great plus play there by Wanderers. Ooh, great clean out as well. Out the back door, Johnny van der Moenyo with ball in hand. Plays it out to Jurgen Meyer. Short. Wide line fever there by the White Stallions. As you can see there, the first finalist, Kudus, in the crowd. Justin Newman there, maybe calling home, letting them know that we are coming and we're coming for the finals.
It's another try there by FNB Wanderers, which then takes the scoreline to 17 points in favor of Wanderers, 7 for United with a kick to come.
Referee definitely needed to consult with his linesman before awarding that try. Try by Jurgen Meyer. If you've missed it, the score currently 17-7 with a conversion to come. Oh, thumping of a kick there by Danko Berger, who extends their lead. As we have a look at the highlight of that great try, Johnny van der Moenyo with ball, who offloads it to Jurgen Meyer, who just reaches out and dots the ball in the corner. And try awarded there by Yuri Bota. Again, Johnny there with a good offload to Jurgen Meyer, who just reached out for the line. Freddy did everything he can to stop it, but however, couldn't stop that one. Adrian Boyson there, great carry, great collect in the air. Jack Tron looking to put this one into the sky. Beautiful sky of Windhoek. That will definitely come down with a cloud on it. It's gonna go back as it went directly out from Jack Tron's boot. Just when it looked like United were trying to build some momentum, definitely that knock-on by Freddie Mazila did take the air out of their punch. TRT losing the line out to Ruan Ludik. Danko Berger with the thumping kick. Greatly collected there by Ricardo Swartz, who will return the favor, of course, and finds great touch with that kick. Ricardo Swartz, the former Western Suburbs player, who has made the number 15 jersey of Trusco United his. So far, lineouts look like a wondrous cup of tea, Donovan.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All the set pieces really have gone in favor of Wanderers, and this shouldn't be any different.
Great line out there by Edward Drotsky. Out the back door, Owen Nandivatu loses it forward there. DJ, does he have the wheels? Does Jaden Nell have the wheels? Tackle just before the line. Fedi Mazila with a pickup there at the base of the ruck. The arms out for advantage. Guessing it's offside there from Wanderers. Jaden Nell met well. Brock is at the base of the ruck. United decides to go with the backline. Christo Gresse, who plays it out to Zander. One more pass. Johnny van der Merwe. That is a try-saving interception, I must say. But the referee dares to bring it back for the offside. United's advantage right now. Great run of play there by the United backline. Clearly seems that when they do play with the backline, things are happening for them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's one area or one avenue they haven't gone to. So it's definitely one thing to consider as we watch the replay there. Great run there from the Wanderers, from the United team, and then greatly intercepted by Johnny Mweno.
As the game gets underway again, Zander with a great carry. Brockis with ball in hand. He's so much involved in the second half now. Pick and go there by Steenkamp. Much better body position as compared to the first one. Kamakaya with a great leg drive there. United still retaining the ball. Brockis and scores the try for Trasco United. Great strength there by Brockman Johan for Trasco United, who scores United's second try of the game. Score currently 19-12 for Trasco for FNB Wanderers, with a conversion to come by Ricardo Swart, the man in your picture there. As the hood goes for the first half, Ken Ricardo narrowed the score just before halftime and does so beautifully. The score stands at currently United 14, FNB Wanderers 19 as we go for halftime. As we just look at the replay again, John Brockes, great strength there, which drives him over the try line. Looks more that he was assisted there to score that try by Joe Losper, who basically pulled him over the try line. Great entertainment rugby right now as we look at the score for the halftime. United 14, FNB Wanderers 19. Very entertaining second semi-finals. If you've missed it, Kudus have gotten their golden tickets for this year's Premier League Idols, with a score of 42-37 against the boys from Grootfontein. If you're not at Hagi Geingob Stadium today, you can always catch us live on NBC2 as we look at the highlights. Jurgen Meyer there with the offload to Johnny van der Merwe, who just misses his hand. Great character shown by both the sides. Jack Thron has been having a very busy first half. There is that first try from Danko Berger, just to insert dominance. There is that one big hit from Edward Drotsky, and then that great try from the block of a man. Hasselman was definitely sent for bread and butter and came back with nothing. This was the beautiful try scored there by Truska United. Great team try. Playing off each other's shoulders, which was obviously converted there by their captain Jaden Yao for the first try of Truska United. Then came the offload by Johnny van der Muenyo, who assisted Jurgen Meyer to score the second try of Wanderers. DJ Horst Hazen there, who offloaded it to his captain Jaden Yao. And this was one of those try-saving moments by Johnny van der Muenyo, who has been having such a cracker of a season this year. And then the last try just before the halftime score by Johan Brockman. The score as it stands right now, it's 19-14 in favor of FNB Wanderers, who are currently the reigning champions of the Premier League after beating Unam last year in the Premier League final. As you can see there, the field packed to capacity. Beautiful day of rugby. Final words there by the coaches. Dani van der Merwe also saying a few words there to his forwards. Dani Vermeulen, apologies for that, who has won himself a few titles with the Truska United side. As you can see there in the crowd, if you're missing out, we will definitely show you via our selfies and the phones. Herman Lenfeld, also one of the United legend, father of T.R. Lenfeld, definitely one of the great players that have ever graced the Namibian field. There is your winning captain, who has already booked his place in the finals for the 2025 Premier League. Cruz yet to lift this auspicious trophy, hoping that this year just could be theirs.
The crowd looking very intrigued by the first half between Wanderers and United. For those of you who are just joining us, it's halftime at the Hage Geingob Stadium in the capital. Wanderers leading the game by 19 points to 14. It's been pretty much Wanderers in favor as far as ball possession is concerned, but as far as point conversions, I think it's been very very close, as the scoreline suggests. 5 points in it, and still very much open for anybody's taking. We can see United coming back in the second half there, getting ready. So too is the Wanderers Wethungste, the White Stallions, if I directly translate it. They're ready for the second half, and they'll be hoping to take this one to the final, which will be at the same stadium next week. Hage Geingob Stadium, that is against FNB Kudus.
As you can see there, Dion Venter on your screen there. Also United player, Dankor Burger with the ball in hand, ready to get this game underway for the second half. In light given as we get the second half underway. Danko kicks it high into the Windhoek skies. Well collected there by United. Ricardo Swart from his laces straight into Johnny van der Mueno's hands with a one-on-one. Dummies one, breaks the line. Oh, well met there by the United Kieran January. Yandre Esterhuizen with ball in hand. Poor decision making there, however, ball retention still with United. Great counter ruck there by Wanderers, who does win the ball at the end of the day. Not the best of choices there by Yandre Esterhuizen, who had all the space on the side, however, decided to run into the shoulder of Danko Berger, and he was met well.
Yeah, great interception there by the captain, J.D. Nyal. Danko Berger doesn't find touch. Ricardo Swartz on the ball. He returns it with great interest, if I may add. He too doesn't find touch. Danko Berger gets a second bite of the cherry. Johnny Mueno for the exit attempt, and he does so successfully.
Great kick there by Johnny boy. Johnny van der Mueno, as they call him at the camp of the White Stallions. With ball in hand there on your screen. Dandre to feed the line out. It's going to be a walk-in line out. Diart wins this one for United. Henrik Hasselman with the ball on feet as he chases his own kick. It's going out for the deadline. That's going to be a dropout for Wanderers. Second half starting off very lively for both of the sides. As we wait to restart with ball in hand there, Danko Berger kicks it far and wide. Ricardo Swartz with all the time in the world. He decides to kick it high into the Windhoek sky. Grisse under the high ball. Knock on is the call there. Looked a little backwards for Christo Grisse, as they would call it, the unkind bounce of the rugby ball.
All Black rugby legend in Daniel Carter used to say the ball always bounces in favor of the winning team.
No, definitely, Donovan. Let's hope that happens today. We will definitely find a winner today in today's second semi-finals of the Premier League Rugby. Jack Tron feeds the scrum. Much better scrum there by Trusco United. Furious, a very good ball carrier, but met well by DJ. Great kick there, great touch finder there by Danko Berger. Seems like United doing all the work to get into the Wanderers 22. However, execution remains to be the problem.
Yeah, Andrew, what do you think of Danko Berger in the number 10 position? I know he's played in the national colors and in that position as well. What do you think he's been doing very well today in this game?
I think they're controlling the tempo of the game very well, I must say, Donovan. Great maul there by United. Seems to be ref calling use it. Henrik Hasselman straight to the hands of great short line running there. United trying to make up the tempo a bit. United's 13 there, Kieran January plays it back to his captain, who loses the ball. Forward there, J.D. Nyal. You can see the disappointment on his face there. His teammates trying to rally him. However, those are what we call coach killers. Again, Donovan, United working so hard to get into the Wanderers half. However, those small, minor mistakes that they keep doing are what is causing them the game so far.
That is right, Henry. I think it was a very uncharacteristic mistake from the captain, and especially being the captain, it's not one he wants to make. you know, because he needs to keep the boys riled up. And often when you're the one making mistakes, the players don't tend to listen to you.
Yeah, no, no, definitely Donovan. Jack thrown there with ball in hand, ready to feed the scrums. I must say the scrums have been well matched so far. No dominance from either one of the teams. Perhaps it will wear and tear and one will take the lead. Ball is out there for Wanderers. Johnny Boy with a goose. Oh, what an offload. It's a one-on-one. Ricardo Swartz does it as he ever does. Great tackle there by Ricardo Swartz. Counter ruck, good there from United. But Wanderers still holds on to the ball. Jack Thrown feeds Ruan Ludik, who is met well by Kamakayao. Great tackle there by Kamakayao for a turnover ball.
So that was a call of Wanderers players being off their feet as they were storming into the ruck there.
A great defense there by Trusco United, who now finds touch through the boot of Ricardo Swartz. As they would say, he got a boot like a sniper, pinpoint every time. Great line out there by Trusco United. Leon Mutonga with a great carry. United have the ball. DJ with ball in hand, Ricardo. Swartz, oh, what a kick. Uncharacteristic mistake there by Johnny Boy. So far, Donovan, I must say, United bringing the party to Wanderers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's turning out rather unprecedented. We didn't expect this, but United are staying, or are they're keeping, or they're punching well within the weight of Wanderers, and they're not even looking out of place here, Henry.
Definitely there, you have heard it from Donovan. And Rick Hasselman with ball in hand, ready to feed the scrum. Again, Wanderers receiving more than they're giving to right now in this second half. The man in your picture, the former Rio Falcons player, he got rocket. Ball is out there. DJ with ball in hand, great run there. Support play arriving. Freddy Mazila calling for it and receiving it, but he's alone. Great retention of the ball. Captain Chedinyal Kamakayao there with the carry. Driven backwards by a thumping tackle again by Joe Losper. One side, next side. Oh, would have come out well if that had happened. Chedinyal looked like he ran out of ideas there, and the next best thing was to kick it, as he was coach and former United player Robbie Dixon would say, Aseni Anasi Skopekum. Great kick there by Jack Tron. Very high into the Windhoek sky.
It didn't get a tremendous amount of distance on that, Henry. It did look very good going up, but didn't get a lot of distance on it, which is very tricky, you know, for a scrum half. You have to balance your hang time and the distance for the chasers to get to the ball in time.
No, just definitely, you said it so well, Donovan. Just like any other piece of rugby, it should be done as accurately as possible. Dandre there with the second feed. Stolen there by Wanderers. Great dummy. Basically threw the whole United team away. Hans Goshi there with a clean out. as we see Tron with the second attempt of that. High, Jurgen Meyer not finding it. United with the ball currently as we speak. DJ seeing so much of the ball. I guess it comes with the position as well. United really utilizing their backline much better the second half. Ricardo Swart identifying space. Kick looking good. Unfortunately, we will have to come back for that one.
Henry, just a little off of this game, but focusing on Namibian rugby players. The French top 14 participator for next year is going to be decided between Namibians in Gershwin Maton and Richard Hardwick's Grenoble, going up against Shuwe Wanivi and a South African in Skumbuso Notse in Union Sportive Montal by Banai.
That's definitely a good one to look out for, Donovan, as you've mentioned it. It's Shiwe against Gershwin Maton as well as Richard Hardwick, who also got a red card in that specific semi-finals. It'll be interesting to see how that affects his call-up for the national team as well, Donovan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the coaches in Jack Berger and the rest of his camp will be very disappointed in that red card atoned by Richard Hardwick, as he is a very key player in Namibia's plans and attempts for qualifying for the World Cup, which is going to be in Australia, which is the country that Richard Hardwick played most of his rugby and grew up, having played Super Rugby for the Melbourne Rebels.
As we get ready for yet another scrum, Jack Tron standing over it with ball in hand. Feeds, scrum is steady. Adrian Boyson picks it up, plays it Jack Tron. Adrian Boyson once more again collects. Great tap tackle there by JD Nyal. Recycled well by Jack Tron. Wanderers holding on possession well as they go. Oh, great steal there by Zander. Leave the handbrake, young man. Leave the handbrake and run. Freddie Masila with pickup as he notices support isn't coming. One side and goes the other. Leon Muto. Oh, what an offload. Sunnyball still exists. Dummy not bought there by Wanderers. We will go back for the offside. Advantage call there by the referee. Much better run of play there by Trotsky United. Again, doing so much getting into the Wanderers half. And ball in hand with Ricardo Swart. I think they're looking to go for goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good call there. And a yellow card there on Hans Goshi, the man from the great Zambezi region. He has to go out for 10 minutes, so we'll see him just after the hour mark. Ricardo Swartz there on the ball. He's looking like he's going to go for a touch finder instead of taking those 3 points.
Great touch finder there by Ricardo Swartz. As it stands, the score is 19-14. No points scored in this second half yet. 60 minutes almost played into this second semi-final. Danre to feed the line out. Again, seems like United didn't know what to do with that line out. Call probably not clear enough for everybody else. That's a free kick call. Quick tap there by Jack Tron. Great carry there by F&B Wanderers. Danko Berger met well, but eliminate 2 of the United guys. Fierus really having a very, very quiet game today, this afternoon. Great kick there by Jack Tron. Again, safety first by Ricardo Swartz. If you're just joining us today on this lovely Saturday afternoon, F&B Kudus made their way to the final. They got the golden ticket in the Premier League Idols 2025. Score currently 19-14 between Wanderers and United to book their spot into the final alongside Kudus. Edward.
Yeah, Henry, sorry about that. We got about 24 minutes left in this game. Do you expect any change in tactics from either of these teams?
Wanderers being a 60, 80-minute team, one would be surprised what may happen in the last 20 minutes.
Henry, I'm not sure what happened there, but it looked like the ball was out on the on United's side, to which Stuart Lundfeld, we thought, reacted quite promptly, but it seems like he did so illegally.
Yeah, no, again, interesting calls, Donovan, today by the ref. Not so many interesting in the previous game, but so far fair game of rugby, and 24 minutes left on today's second semi-final. Line out there, stolen by United, actually a knock-on for F&B Wanderers. Wanderers looking like the mere shadow of the team they were in the first half, I must say. Very much more complacent. It almost feels as though they're done for the day.
Yeah,
Not much is happening from the likes of the Nandivatu, who we saw so much in the first half, as well as the captain, Danko Berger, or the vice-captain, sorry, Danko Berger. Substitution, making his way to the field there. Coming off for F&B Wanderers is Joe Losper. And coming on, it's Kaylan Nyal. Seems like a second yellow card, Donovan, and not necessarily a substitution.
Wow, that's very interesting. Yeah, unfortunately we missed that one, but 2 yellow cards. It's again a repeat of what happened in the first game, with Kudus getting 2 yellow cards at some point in that game, but they were fortunate enough to pull through and get the victory. Do you think our Wanderers can emulate that?
It's time for test of character right now, Donovan. What happens when you're only 13 men on the field? DJ there with a kick upfield, which is met by Johnny van der Moenyo, who throws a huge dummy, but met well there by Freddy Mazila. Nandivatu Karwombe with ball in head. Fierce. Oh, what a great carry there by Fierce. Just after I said he's not present. And for the viewers out there, it is actually Johnny Mueño. Van der Mueño is just the nickname that they call him. Wanderers, great retention of the ball. Oh, thumping tackle there by Lionel Mutonga. Great tackle, I must say. These are the moments that really does swing the game and can change momentum. You can see there his teammates applauding him for a tackle well made.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Henry. If you look at, we have the team sheets right here in front of us, and if you look at the team sheets, Wanderers looks like the overwhelming favorite on paper. But fortunately, rugby matches are not won on paper. Hey?
That is true, Donovan. Danko Berger collects and met well by T.R. Lenfielde. Advantage to Wanderers. Great defense and great character being shown there by Wanderers as well, who are 13 minutes down, still playing on advantage. Turnover ball, it seems there. Seems like a man down there, medic attending to just before we get clarity. Seems a little serious there, as we can see how quick the medics came rushing on. Just need confirmation of who that is.
Henry, it seems like it's probably the number 2 hooker in Dandre Schroeder. We will stand corrected to our viewers who might be glued to the screens concerned for a family member. That
Definitely
is right.
up and on his feet again, once more again. I must say, Leon Mutonga, welcome that guy well to the contact zone. As they would say, on Mutangs. Danko Berger trying to slow the ball well. If you're just joining us, also beautiful weather in the capital, 21 degrees Celsius. Danko Berger trying to slow down the game as well as keep the scoreboard ticking, taking into considerations there are 2 men down in the form of Hans Goshi and Joe Losper. Sharon Rousseau, apologies. Danko Berger, that looks good from the boot. Off his laces straight as an arrow. The score currently 22-14 in favor of Wanderers, and with 2 men down. As we watch that penalty once more again. Great kick there. Adrian Boyson with ball in hand. Apologies for that. Seems like Wanderers is just 1 man down. Great soccer skills there by Jandre. However, the ref calls a knock on. Yeah, the boys from Sebule. The boys and the girls, the people's team. Men down there is the call. DJ, the vice captain of Trusker United, who is bending a knee currently, getting some medical attention. I must say, with the amount of contact he has had so far, it's no surprise that he has to take the knee. Ever the ref is calling for a change. Zano there making his way. Zan van Wyk. Which means Ricardo is now the general, taking over the number 10 reign. And Henrik Hasselman going into his place on the number 15. Zano van Wyk, also a product of Windhoek Gymnasium. Feed there by Jaktron. Fierus, great carry there by Fierus. Adrian Boyson once more again, met well there by Andre Esterhazen. Quick retention of the ball, Nandivatu Karuambe. Tackled well there by his opposite number. Danko Berger there with ball in hand, met well, slowing the game down. Joe Losper, Jurgen Meyer. Oh, knocked out of his hands there by Zano van Wyk. Henrik Hasselman in the pocket, ready to exit. Steppy, I saw that one coming. Great step there by Henrik Hasselman.
Yeah, no, some silky footwork there from the scrum half turn fullback in Henrik Hasselman. And yeah, no, I'm pretty sure our producers will put it on screen very soon. It was some sweet foot stepping there.
in case you missed it. Look at that. Ooh. Take a bow, boy. Take a bow. Great kicking and great awareness of the opponents there. Johan Brockman there getting some medical attention. And he is up on his feet once more again.
Henry, that kind of stepping by Hasselman is exactly what causes players to break some ankles, hey?
Those are ankle breakers. The linesman saw a skew throw in there, however the ref did it. And we're going to bring it back right now as the linesman calls for it.
Henry, have you ever seen a player enjoy tackling and physique the way Fedi Mazila does? Did you see the little hop jump he had after he made a tackle?
He's just so excited about contact. It's his bread and butter. That's where you see the beautiful game of rugby, how players have different roles, and all these roles are brought together for a greater cause, which is playing as a team. Definitely something that we as rugby fanatics love to see, that different sizes, however the puzzle fits in perfectly. We're about to get away again with another scrum. DJ back on his feet, the United vice captain back on his number 10 jersey. Starting to feel like United are dominating the scrums a little, have the slight advantage. DJ back on the field after a quick check at the hospital, if we put it that way. Johnny Mueño, who kicks right into the throat of Ricardo Swart, who was able to look at the 50-22. Oh, slightly missed it. Rescued there by Danko Nandivatu Karuombe, not known for his feet, however, does oh well. Kamakayao. Oh, that's a thumping hit there. And a great run by Kama. Johan Bronco. Zander Lani running those lines like a knife through butter the whole day today. If anybody told me that United will hold on to this game this long, one would have never guessed. Poor passing there, giving the ball back away. Zander able to identify that the ball is out. It becomes a foot horse race there. Jurgen Meyer against Stuart Linfield. Great tackle by Jurgen Meyer, who gets the ball well. Knock on there by Adrian Boysen, who tried to assist his fellow stallion, Jurgen Meyer. Great work there by Jurgen Meyer on that chase. Hans Goshi making his way back onto the field. His 10 minutes of rest are now over.
Yeah, Henry, it looks like the referee might have forgotten about him, because if I remember well, he went off on the 53rd minute and it's already the 68th, and he's only coming on now.
Yeah, no, definitely. Again, unfortunately, this is not our calls to make. That's why we're up here in the commentary booth. And Rick Hasselman ready to feed the scrum again. Kamakayao and Hans Goshi have a score to settle after the last game. Steady scrum there by Kama. Great kick. That will come down with some snow on it. Great take there by Jurgen Meyer. Wanderers looking like the side that they want to be. Oh, great defensive work there by Christo Grisse. Counter ruck looking good, but well strength shown there by Johnny. Oh, beaten on the inside. Danko Berger. Tackle not made. Oh, smashing tackle by T.R. Linfield. Wanderers look like they have momentum now. Joe Losper with ball in hand. Slow jogging there by the Sean Rousseau. And unfortunately, a knock on. Wanderers mirroring exactly what United has been doing. Get into their 5 and then just giving the ball away. Will that come back to haunt them? Adrian Boysen there looking out of breath and looking like a bodybuilder rather than a rugby player.
Yeah, Henry, with 10 minutes left in this game, I have noticed that we haven't sat down for the past 12 minutes. It's been end to end. It's been nerve-wracking. It's kept us on our toes. Now imagine the paying viewers downstairs in the fans.
No, definitely, Donovan. I can't remember the last time I said ever since this half has started. That's how nerve-wracking and exciting this game is today. The players, you can see on their faces also how tired they are. Zander there getting some medical attention. As they would say, you do not go off when there's 10 minutes left. Empty the tank, they would say. Johnny Mwenyo, who has been having an exceptional season in Wanderers number 15. Last year played for Unam. He moved quite a lot between Unam and Wanderers, Johnny. And clearly he has found his home in the White Stallions ground.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a pretty disappointing season last year, as Wanderers get a free kick there. Wanderers on the offense, they're about to score there through their flanker in number 7, Joe Losper. Great try in the end by Wanderers center in Reis Fierce.
Correction there, that is Joe Losper, the Wanderers number 7, who has been having quite a good game today when it comes to his tackling duties. Actually, apologies for that. That's J.B. Campbell. J.B. Campbell, who scores Wanderers, and they have now extended their lead. The score is currently 27-14 with a conversion to come. Danko to add 2 additional points to make the score 29. United looking to bring on
a great conversion there by Danko Berger to add 2 points to make this score 29-14.
As we look at the replay for that try, they scored there by PJ Campbell, who just sliced in between Steenkamp as well as Zander. Steenkamp looking a bit tired there. Ricardo Swart, who restarts and kicks it high into the Windhoek sky. Ruan Ludig with the carry there, met well by Freddy Mazilla, who's fighting to try and roll there, however, plugged. Great carries there again, PJ Campbell. United looking like the Wanderers we saw. Jurgen Meyer, gas. He has jet fuel in his boots or something. That boy's as lightning fast. Offside again, once more again. Same call that United has been struggling with since the first half. Looks like it keeps haunting them. Danko Berger with ball in hand, definitely trying to slow the game down. It's quite good to see that Wanderers were at some point a man down and did not concede any points. That shows great character and great defense from Wanderers. We must definitely applaud that. Great touch finder there by Danko Berger. As you can see, Hans Goshi discussing already what the call is going to be as he goes in for the consultation with Edward Drotsky, who has been having a good game by his throws and lineouts today.
Henry, speaking of players that have gone from UNAM to Wanderers, Hans Goshi is another one who was playing second or reserve league rather at UNAM last year, and he's now prospering in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, definitely we'll get back to that one as the action continues. Donovan, turnover ball there by Trusco United. Great kicking there by DJ. However, Danko Berger has all the time in the world. Finds Johnny Mueño van der Mueño.
That was unprovoked, Henry, and uncharacteristic of him, especially in this game. With no one around him, one only wonders what must have been going through his mind.
Yeah, no, Donovan, it seems like once you set a foot wrong in a game, it takes a lot of character for you to actually flush it out. And it seems like Johnny has not flushed it out at any time right now. One would hope that Dirk might notice that it may not be Johnny's day and maybe allow the next person to come in. Or maybe as a coach would also feel that let him rectify his mistake and just give him a bit of confidence. Hans Goshi and Kamaka Yao again at it. Knock on the as Tiart Lenfial trips over his Locks feet. Unprovoked errors there. As you can see, Kamaka Yao shaking his head there out of utter disappointment. Sharon Rousseau there, one of the most consistent Wanderers players, also unsung heroes, definitely a player that has been at the core of Wanderers' success as well. Jack Tron with a feed. Great scrum there by United. You can see there what it means to Kamar as he approaches Hans and just notifies him that I have your number now. Hans Goshi with hands.
Do you think Hans would put in the typical prop excuse of, I mean, it was the 77th minute of the game, I was tired.
Again, it's 77 minutes everywhere in the world, not just in Hans' world. Much better scrum there for United. If you've just joined us, the score is 29-14 in favor of Wanderers. United losing out on the line out after such great hard work there. Great carry there by Adrian Boyson. Freddie Mazilla missed. Danko Berger taking it wide. Fieras, Johnny, Nandi, Owen. Great hands there by Wanderers. Offload Nandi once more again. Tackled well. Pops it out. Thrown. Danko Berger with the ball. Johan Edward Trotsky showing great silky feet there to score. Great feet there by the hooker. That definitely puts the nail in the coffin. Wanderers 34, Trusker United 14. That has officially become a 20-point game. And there is no way coming back with only 3 or so odd minutes to play. Danko Berger with ball in hand there has had such a good game so far. To add an additional 2 points and does so brilliantly. The score is currently 36-14 in favor of Wanderers. As we look at that try again, look at the silky feet of Edward Trotsky. Look at him go like a knife through butter.
Yeah, that was some shameful defense from the United guys, if one should say. Look at that from Ricardo. It was just effortless from him.
Look at what John Trotsky does, the Jamaican walk at the end of that well-worked try. DJ with ball in hand for the restart. That will not make 10, which becomes a Wanderers midfield scrum. United doing everything that is wrong right now after dominating the entire second half, one must say. 36-14 is the current score. If you're just joining us, in favor of the league champions, Wanderers, who looked from the get-go, from day one, that they are going to defend their title. It seems like they will be facing Kudus, who beat Grootfontein 42-37 in the earlier semi-finals. Also, just to add on to that, previously we did see that Kudus, both their teams right now have made it to the playoffs. Jurgen Meyer there with a carry. Beats one, beats two. Defense for United looking a bit shaky there. Another penalty once more again for Trotsky, for F&B Wanderers. Interesting call. What's going to happen now? Danko Berger calling to extend the score. As I've mentioned previously, before the action interrupted us, F&B Wanderers second reserve team lost 31-20 to F&B Cruz, so which means F&B Cruz reserve will be in the final against F&B Unam, who beat Dolphins 59-15. Next week we'll be witnessing that final. Also, the Cruz Premier League side, led by PJ Walters, were just too strong for Grootfontein when they beat Grootfontein 42-37. Danko Berger there extending the score, adding an additional 3 points, making the score 39-14 with not much time to play. It is almost set in stone that the final will be between F&B Cruz and F&B Wanderers. Body language of the United players not very. Obstruction call there by the ref. United showing character there, not taking points, however kicking to line. Not a great kick there by Enrique Hasselman. Kicked as though he wanted to get rid of the ball. The Gemsbok from Gemsbok Park not looking too good on the score sheet. Again, as well as Edward Trotsky again, oozing with confidence as he beat once more again 3-4 United defenders. Enrique Hasselman with ball in hand. Finds Richard Steenkamp, who is met well there. Ricardo Swart finds Tiart Lenveld, who's fighting till the last minute, as it seems. Steenkamp, much better carry as compared to his first half up straight carries. United really showing the oryx in them, fighting till the very end, as Kamakayao there is driven down by Rousseau. Enrique Hasselman with a show and go. January from the base plays Ricardo Swart, who opts to kick as he's visionarized Tiart Lenveld. Oh. Offside there called by the ref, it seems, as Tiart was in front of the kicker. It's penalty after penalty after penalty, Donovan.
Yeah,
How does it look for you?
No, absolutely. It was a competitive encounter at some point, but since Wanderers has started to run away with it, I think it started to scraffle off, and it's become a little scrapey in the final or dying minutes, as we hear the hooter go off there to cap off a beautiful day for Wanderers at the office, and it gives us, or it sets us up then for a final between Kurus and FNB Wanderers.
As the hooter gone there, Rousseau, Wanderers still carrying and still playing. They have nothing to prove, but Johnny to redeem himself. Johnny van der Mueno, oh, met well by Ricardo Swartz. I guess there will not be any redemption from Johnny. JD there with a great carry.
Oh, beautiful.
DJ with a great carry with Zander on his shoulder. DR to the chase there. The hoot is already gone, but this clearly, they still want to play. Jurgen says, nope, we are done here. Congratulations to FNB Wanderers, who gets their ticket to the final. You know how much it means there for them, as they say, as they bow down and just say thank you to the Almighty. Definitely a great game of rugby, or great game of quarters when it comes to rugby. You can see how much it means to Owen there, who will be playing his first finals in the Premier League if all goes well. Hans Goshi with a shake of a head there, as you could see that it was really a very hard-fought match. There, both of them are Hans Goshi and Kamakayao, still having a chat about the scrums.
Yeah, no, I think for as far as personal accolades are concerned, they are going to have a little bit of banter between them as to who took it. But I think the bigger prize today was the final score, with FNB Wanderers taking it by 39 points to 14 against Trusco United. So then Wanderers are the team that goes through to the final to meet their fellow FNB counterparts in Kudus.
Definitely, Donovan. This match, I must say, mirrored the league game that was played at the Wanderers Park about a few weeks ago. United again fiercely taking it to Wanderers until the 60th, 70th minute. However, the composure and the experience of Wanderers just took them through this one. You can see the disappointment on the United players' faces there, and the glimpse and smiles on the Wanderers. You can see how much it means to them to win this derby. There is one of UNAM's management, Simon Kanime, who also booked their place in the finals of the Reserve League. As we get into the highlights of this game, it's been a mouth-watering Premier League semi-final. Again, just to reiterate, Kudus made it through to the final with a score of 42-37. As we just have a look at the highlights right now of that beautiful game, Johnny Mueno, who was met well there, JD with that beautiful offload. There's one of the moments that really changed. Poor decision making there by Estreisen. Johnny with that goose, but met by Fedi Mazila. Owen unable to complete a well-worked Wanderers run. Zander with that wrap of a steal. He should be in jail for that. Enrique Esselman, Mutonga with that Sunnable offload. Again, another moment that just was supposed to let go of. Fieras with a great carry. However, Tiart, the Staldrat, met him well. Danko Berger, I must say, had a very good day on the boot. Henrik Hasselman, who almost broke Tron's ankles there. Ricardo Suarez, they tackled big by Nandi. And then that great run by Kamakayao. Danko Berger with a step and put Zander on his knees. Great tackle, few good tackles by Ricardo Suarez. As we wrap up today again, to our beautiful viewers, just to give you a feel of what you missed out on today. The game ended in a 39-14 in favor of the defending champions Wanderers, who will face the F&B Kudus, the people's team as they call it. It's been a beautiful day of rugby. We have finalists in the form of Kudus Reserve playing Unam, as well as Wanderers playing Kudus. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for a beautiful day of rugby, joined by Donovan Kanji in the commentary booth. See you next week, Saturday.